was good. Santi was good. Jesus was good. This guy was eating vegetables, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? When we're eating chicken wings. But then, when we got into the fucking Social 59 with the music loud, we saw the hookero that we know the guy used to do hookahs for Paloma Negra. So, as soon as I was like, let's get a hookah, we got hookah. We got situated. And then I think my cousin was nice with mules. So, I'm like, I'm going to go with a mule first. So, I think we went with a Jack and Ginger, which is weird. That's usually my go-to. But
I didn't want beers anymore.
Jesus went with he went with a drink. He went with a Jack and Ginger as well.
I think so. And
then Santi went
Henny and Red Bull.
Yeah, which I was talking about, and I was like, I'll do Henny and Red Bull later, but
because he wanted Henny and apple juice, and then she looked at him like, "Yo, this is not McDonald's. We don't sell apple juice."
Yeah,
I don't think the bars have apple juice.
Yeah, so then Henny and Red Bull, and then my cousin also got a mule. I got a mule. The drinks were so fucking strong. Bro, like super, like my mule, I normally drink alcohol pretty fast. It took me a while to drink this shit.
But you know what, people? I'm not complaining that they made our shit.
Oh, I'm not complaining
because you go to some bars or lounges and you ask for a Jack and Ginger and it tastes more like ginger than Jack.
Yeah.
This thing was like whole cup of ginger and a splash of like...
Look, a whole cup of Jack and a splash of ginger.
Yeah, like if you guys open a 2-bottle liter of take a 20-ounce bottle of Canada Dry ginger ale and you pour the ginger ale in the cap, then you throw that in the cup.
Yeah.
That's what I call a splash of ginger ale with everything else Jack. That first cup I had, at least it took me a good half hour to finish because it was so strong. And I know the Henny was the same way. I could just imagine how the Moscow Mule was.
And that shit was a bigger cup. Like it wasn't a Moscow Mule cup, but that shit was bigger than I thought. I was like, what the fuck? And that shit, we were nice, and then from there,
and the music was on point.
The music was on point. Shout outs to DJ Precise. Shout outs to DJ Precise so much.
Yeah, man. First time meeting him, but a big fan of his is me living in New York. And if you guys know who DJ Precise is, one of my favorite all-time mixes is a CD he had, which is in yellow with a green palm tree. It's old school rap to old school reggae to new school reggae. That fucking mix has been played everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And when Jesus introduced me to him, I was like, yo, this is Precise. This is the guy I've been listening to for so much long. The music was on point. The service was great. The place is called Social 59, which is in West New York off of Bergen Line on 59th Street. Shout outs to the owners. What's his name? Cepeda?
Cepeda and Johnny.
They send us some Henny shots to the table.
Yeah.
We were treated. The service was great. Of course, due to COVID-19 and regulations, there's no dancing allowed. Because normally you could dance in this place. You could order food, you could drinks, but there's still space in the middle between everything that you could do a little dancing. But because of the whole COVID situation, no dancing allowed. Because one of the guys that were with us, I'm not going to say his name, but it rhymes with Junior, try to dance salsa, and they shut it out quick, like no dancing allowed.
Yeah.
Shut it down, and he came back to the table. But the drinks was like one finish, and we'll order another one right away.
Yeah.
We'll bring it to the table, no questions asked. Because we were right next to the bar, so we were lucky. Our table was right next to...
We were right next to the bar, so we could just tell them, and then right there from the bar, we could just take it and put it in. We didn't even have to do anything.
Yeah.
And the crazy shit was, I think at some point, Jesus, ordered a bottle of champagne, or I don't know. Definitely was a bottle of champagne. I don't know of what. But then we drank that. Then fucking the shots of Henny, like Al said. And then from there, I think I had a Jack after my drink. Then I don't know what else I had. I know one point when I was in there, because this music blasting, DJ Precise is DJing, putting, like, talking to us. We're talking about my wedding, all this stuff to DJ. And he's like, yo, I got you. And he's like, yo, I'm going to put some old school hip hop.
Yo,
because we were just talking about clubs from back in the days. Like, yo, I'm going to come back. I'm going to put this. So he was doing good because he put a little bit of everything. He put 80s.
Oh, man.
I think he would put some, like, alternative rock at some point. Hip hop, of course. Merengue. I forgot what else.
And, of course, reggae.
Yeah, he did reggae. He did them.
He
did them ball.
Yep.
He did them ball. He did reggaeton. The music was on point. We was like in a nightclub. I know Santi Sensation. After a while, he probably was at first quiet, but then he's like, "Yo, I like this place," and it fit him perfect with the Yankee hat he had on.
Oh man,
yeah.
He was where he needed to be.
He was like, "Yo, we're coming here next Sunday."
Yeah, right.
And all of us are talking shit. Yeah, well, Sunday. So what time? And I'm like,
nobody's going.
And I'm like, I don't think we're going. So the night, I know at one point I was sitting down and I'm like, I'm feeling a little fucked up. And I'm like, and I'm bad when I have to get in cars. I'm like, fuck, I hope I don't throw up. And then the night went on.
How many Moscow Mules did Junior have? 2.
I think 2.
2.
Well, in total, he had like 3.
Well, the 2 in thing.
Yeah.
At Midland.
Oh, he had 4.
Then he had the 2 over here.
Yeah, so 4.
But one of them, he said he didn't finish.
Yeah.
Because he kept asking for more ginger beer.
Yeah.
For it could water it down for him.
Yeah.
And the champagne. Plus, this guy doesn't do shots. But for some reason, he was doing shots for us. Yeah. It was my birthday. We were doing Henny. He was doing Ciroc or whatever that was white. Mm-hmm. At one point, we see him leave, going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Mind you, this place sells food, and we were not smart enough to order food.
Yeah, bro.
Because I saw people ordering food. I was like, yo, we should have something to eat. Because all day we kept saying, yo, we're going to go to McDonald's.
Once we were there, we were talking about, yo, we're going to order McDonald's.
We're going to get 10 Big Macs.
Yeah.
Mind you, there's only 5 of us.
Yeah.
So I don't know where 10 Big Macs came out of nowhere. I guess we're going to eat 2 each. So we're going to order fries. So we're talking about food. That means we're hungry, but we don't order food at this place. Mm-hmm. So Junior leaves his drink halfway and goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, he's going to the bathroom. I don't see him for 20 minutes. Yeah. At the table, I was like, yo, Lee, go look for your cousin.
Yeah.
Something's going on. Lee goes. I could see Lee from where we're sitting. He's waiting in the bathroom like for 10 minutes. Because I guess one of the bathrooms is locked. So I'm guessing, okay, Junior's in there.
Yeah.
My first thinking was, oh, he's throwing up. Like, he's fucking drunk. Lee comes back to the table like, yo, something's going on. Can we get the manager to open the door? So I talked to the manager. He goes back with Lee to open the door. I didn't go, so Lee was there. He could continue the story.
So I went, like, Al told me, yo, so I went, I checked up on him. I'm like, I'm going to give him 10 minutes. I kept looking at my watch. I think it was like 9, probably getting close to 9:10. I was like, I'm going to wait till 9:10. It was like 9:01. I'm going to give him a few minutes. I'm like, maybe he's taking a dump. Or maybe talking to his girls. Because some guys, that just, you talk to your girl. So I'm thinking that. So then I waited. But even prior to that, all I know is at one point, I know we were all fucked up. Because at one point, we were all emotional.
Oh, yeah.
All of us, bro, we were all emotional. We were like, yo, like everybody, my cousin emotional. I was emotional. Santi too. Like all of us were like fucking, yo, we really fucking needed this. Shit we were holding on to, we were like, yo, we needed this shit. We were like, yo, I love you and all this shit. So going back to my cousin, so yes, I go and I'm like, yo, it's fucked up. So that I get, Al had told the lady, can you get the key? So the manager came. He kept knocking. He goes, bro, I'm going to come in, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to come in. So then he kept knocking. I'm like, oh. So then finally he opens the door. So I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I should go in. And I'm like, yo, cuz. And all I see is the fucking, the sink. Fucking, no. Yeah. Wait, I'm trying to think.
He was taking a shit.
Yeah, first time he was taking a shit. That's what it was. He was taking a shit, and he was telling me, yo, cuz I'm fucked up. Whatever this. I'm like, yo, man, want me to get you water? Yeah. And I'm like, all right, so cool. So because this place is so small, they only got 2 bathrooms. That's what this place fucks up. They only got 2 bathrooms for both men and women. So what I did before, I locked the door so nobody could go in. So I went to go get water. I finally got water. Then I'm like, fuck, I locked the door from the inside from where he's at. So then I'm like, knocking, yo, cuz, I got the water. Papa, thinking he could get up and open the door. Nah. What was this for? Now there's a line. There's girls looking at me. There's girls not going into the other bathroom. I'm telling girls, yo, my cousin's a little fucked up. I'm getting him water. If you want, use that bathroom.
Yeah, but the thing is unisex. You could use both bathrooms.
Yeah, but a lot of them, I guess, because I don't know. They were waiting. So I'm like, holy shit. Finally, the guy opens up again. This time I fucking go inside and I'm like, fuck, bro. He threw up all over the sink. Big time, bro. Not like a little bit. The whole sink, bro. Like this fucking throw up floating. Ugh. And then he threw up on the floor, and I'm like, fuck. Ugh. So then I'm like, yo, cuz. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, cuz. Like, I'm like, yo, you need to, like, this is not our house. I kept telling him, yo, we need to get the fuck out of here. And then he was like, yo, I'm fucked up. And I'm like, yo, man. So I'm fucking trying to, like, put water on the you know, because also it's those fucking fancy faucets. Yeah, and you gotta do the karate chop, so the sensor. So I'm doing that, hoping that the throw up will go under, but that shit just started flooding it more because it was so thick. Woo. So I'm trying to tell him, yo, like, lift your pants up, I'll help you out, and I'm trying to get like fucking toilet paper to throw some of it in the toilet. Yeah. So I'm picking up throw up, all this shit, and I'm like, fuck, man, and you had that throw up smell, and I'm like, fuck. I was fucked up before that. Like, I felt nice. And that shit got me, like, a sober. And I'm like, what the... You know, it's like you're having a great time. And then, like, something that just... It kills the night.
You sober up quick.
It kills the night. So you're like, oh, shit. So I'm like, I got to take care of him. So I'm like, yo, I cleaned up as much as I can. I try to lift him up. We get him out of there. And then we just leave. And there was a guy waiting. A big guy. And I'm like, yo, my man, my cousin... tore that shit up a little bit. If you got your mask on, you can still fucking take a leak if you want to. So he's like, look, he was mad cool. I thought he was gonna be an asshole about it. And he was like, nah, it's all good, bro. So I was like, all right, cool. To my cousin's not going upstairs. Then the table we were at, he just takes some money, throws it in, takes his jacket, and starts walking outside. So I see that, and I'm like, oh shit. So I told the guys, yo, I'll be right back. The good thing was that he was like 3 blocks away from his crib. So then he's outside, fucked up. I'm making sure, you know, he's crossing the street. I'm like, all right. So I walk up to his crib, you know, go upstairs, make sure he gets upstairs to his house. He was one thing he kept talking about the whole night was that, yo, I'm going to get fucked up. I'm sleeping in your house, you know, all of us. He had to take down his Christmas tree.
Oh, man.
Because his girl had told him, like, take it down before. He's like, nah, I'll do it later when I come back. Thank God he took the ornaments down. And they have a real Christmas tree. So, when we got to his house, he was a little fucked up. I started talking to his fiancée, Claudia, for a while. And she was a little worried because she's never seen him like that. And I said, he just needs to sleep it off. Blah, blah, blah. I talked to her. She's like, he needs to throw the Christmas tree. And he was telling me, like, yo, walk Toby. I'm like, I ain't walking. I don't know what the fuck to walk Toby. So we start putting the Christmas tree like a garbage bag. I think Al calls me, yo, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to finish up here. Take down the Christmas tree, throw it out. And then I'm like, fuck. I thought because they were about to close. So I'm like, maybe the guys are coming to pick me up. Then I think I call Al. And then I just walk back 3 blocks away. And then he was like, oh, we're in Santi's car, but I didn't see him. So got to the front of the place, and they were more fucked up. And I guess because I sobered up, too, so I see Santi, yo, we're coming, yo, let's go back inside. Let's go work your powers. I'm like, yo, this place is dead. Like, it's time for us to go home.
They turned on the light, and they told us last call, everything.
Yeah.
We went back, and we got another dinner. It's 10 o'clock.
Yes, I saw these guys, like, yo, let's get another drink, yo. Try to get another drink. And I'm like, holy shit. And then Jesus was like, nah, I gotta go home because he had his baby.